What's going on? What's going on, guys? We're gonna do a little video here, show you about and share with you how triple net rents work. Why investors would want to invest in triple net rents. What are some of the differences in commercial rents and how they're marketed. We're actually in shopping for a location. So one of our businesses, which is in a location already, not a triple net rent, but we can talk about that as well. But one of our businesses, we need to relocate. So we have two different locations that we're going to look at today. So we're going to talk about triple net rents. We're going to talk about investing into commercial properties, retail. And why is this topical? Well, we are going into 2021, and a lot of these properties are going to be on the market as some people barely survived the 2020 pandemic, and they have to unload these properties. Getting out of the pandemic and with the vaccine and whatnot, I think it's a great opportunity for someone to come on board and buy some commercial properties, retail properties, that they can get triple net rents. And this is something we're also going to be looking at moving towards the end of 2021 once all this pandemic stuff is behind us. But there's something sexy about the triple net rents. Triple net rents, the tenant basically takes care of all of the expenses. They pay all of the taxes. They pay the insurance. They pay everything, right? And so the only thing that you're responsible for as a landlord for triple net rents is just your mortgage. That's it. And so I love triple net rents, and right now we're gonna go and looking to rent a unit. But watch this video. Stick around. Come. We're on the run. We're supposed to be there at 10:30. It's 10:33, but not to worry. It's very close to the office. So we have an electric vehicle business. Don't ask me how I got involved in that business, but it was kind of by fluke, and it ended up being a very profitable business. We've had the location for about 6 years now, and we're just thinking we need an upgrade on the location. Sometimes people ask me, why don't you buy a location? Instead of rent? I mean, you've been renting for 6 years. One thing I'll tell you is it's not always the best thing to do in a business, with a business, right? Because you want the flexibility to move if you had to, right? If your business wasn't going to survive in that area, you want the flexibility to be able to move to any other location. And that's what we're doing right now. We have a location. It's about 3,000 square feet with a second floor. 6 years ago, it worked really well because we had our offices, the Cuadra group of companies. We were functioning from the second floor, and then we just outgrew the space, and so we can be on the move, right? We can be on the move, and let me just see here. If it's 298, we're looking for 298. This is okay. It's going down. Yeah, so we can be flexible, especially with the business. You either you're expanding, or you're downsizing, or the location is not right, or something's not right about that location. For example, for us this year, we got hit with construction, no parking, and even though they're going to fix up the street, I mean, it's going to take a very long time. So we need a new location. So you want to be flexible with your business. You want to have the kind of business that is flexible, and you don't want to mold the business to the real estate. You want to find the real estate that best fits your business. Now, having said that, if you can buy in a really good location, that's definitely a plus. But some of the numbers just don't work. I mean, you're looking at the location we're going to look at right now. To buy is $3 million, but we can rent it for $4,000 a month. And so it's whether the question to buy retail or commercial space is, if that's the question, I'd say, you know what, you could look into it for your portfolio, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you want to be very careful when you're buying real estate specifically for your business. You want to ask yourself, can you make more money in a different location, depending on the type of business, depending on what you want to do. I love, as an investor, I love the triple net rent. I also love it as a tenant, right? So I've been a tenant for 20 plus years of multiple different commercial spaces. I love, paying that. I love paying and being responsible for all the expenses. That means that I can do my own fit up. I can design the space. I can renovate the space the way I want to. So there's pros and cons to the investor, the property owner, and the tenant as well, to having triple net rents. And so the question was, what are triple net rents, right? And so triple net rents, usually on a commercial space, for example, you have to pay your taxes, you got to pay, property management. So most commercial spaces are advertised at a per square feet value. For example, you might see, $10 a square foot. What does that mean? Well, if it's 3,000 square feet, $10 a square foot, you're looking at, $3,000 a month. Sorry, times 12, times 3,000 divided by 12, times 3,000. So you have $10 a foot times 3,000 divided by 12. So usually $10 a square foot or $20 a square foot, they're usually talking about per year, and then you divide it by 12, and then you get your monthly payments. Now you'll have, for the rental, will be $10 a square foot, and then they might have another price, which is the operation and the cost of operating costs. So then they might add another $6 or $8 a square foot to pay for all the costs, taxes, maintenance, property management. So the tenant is completely responsible for everything in that location, and the only thing the owner has to pay for is the mortgage. And that's what it's always been something that's really attractive, is those triple net rents. We're almost here. And so we're gonna go look at a location right now.
So you can get the keys. We'd have to get the paperwork and stuff, but you can get the keys probably as early as, I don't know if we could do as fast as January 1, but we could certainly try. It's a paperwork thing, making sure your deposit's in. We have to get the lease signed. We could do a short form lease, but we still have to get it signed. So, but anyway, we could try to hustle and move as quickly as possible. And there's not much to do. And like I said, if you guys want to repaint stuff, you can, because you know, if you're either going to stay long term, then that's it. And if you're leaving, then the new owner is going to be gutting it anyways and transforming it into for their business. So either way, it'd be
so there's a new owner coming in?
The new owner is taking possession potentially as early as March 31st, and they won't be moving in their business until 2022. So they're just going to hold on to it, and they don't have plans to rent it. They're just going to hold on to it, but they're willing to accommodate you for, you know, if you want to be here for a year, they can do that. Otherwise, there's nothing happening here. They're not going to be dealing.
So they're going to move in their business. Okay. All right.
All right.
Good.
C'est bon?
C'est bon.
Thank you, Blair. It's good to see you.
Push. I did the push.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry.
Go ahead, guys.
Oh, I'll turn the lights on.
That's okay, I got it.
You got the lights?
Yeah,
you know where they are, Darren?
Yep, you bet. Thanks, Jerry.
All right.
All right. Well, enjoy your day.
Thanks, Jerry.
You. All right.
So it's a weird entrance here. Where's the lights?
They're coming on.
Hey! Hey, hey, hey! This is like this is the top. This is hey! We can do our own workshops here.
That'll be your flight for the month.
Alright. This is the layout is not for us.
All right.
We'd have to bust some walls.
Anyways, folks,
Anyway,
have a
thank
good
you
night.
for everyone for
Absolutely.
stopping in.
And if there's any questions, give me a shout.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
Have a
Bye.
great day, guys. Okay.
All right, there you go.
Definitely, if we did this, we'd have to. There's a lot to consider here.
Yeah.
We gotta I gotta see how we can make that happen because it's probably a better choice for us. But we're gonna do our little math, okay?
Yeah. Well, let me know.
Good
Yes,
to-
we
good
will
to
let you
see
know,
you.
Ann. Nice meeting you, okay?
Yes,
In
nice to
person.
meet you.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
bye.
Thank you so much, Ann.
Bye. Okay, papito. Hablamos.
Lo hablamos.
Ah, te llamo.
Dale, pues.
Okay. Chao.
Eso.
All right. So, you still rolling?
Still rolling.
Okay. Well, there's your outing there, kids. You have 2 locations. I don't know. It's hard. Even during a pandemic, you'll be surprised. It's not easy in a major market to get retail space. I don't think any of these. I don't think. Well, the first one was actually a perfect spot, but you know you have the issue of moving there and everything, and then you got to move out after a year. That sucks. This one here, it's all choppy. It's no parking. No. Sorry, folks. No can do. No can do. Here. The perfect spot for us. Got multiple different offices. We got a boardroom. We got our admin area. We got our offices here. We got a sitting area here. So this pod here, we pay close to $2,000 all in. And for us, it's like a contained pod. We had an office. So we had an office in Elmont in one of our own properties. We had an office in the East End above our other business on the 2nd floor, and it was just too much office space, so we condensed everything. So we closed the Almont office, we rented it out, we closed down the office in the East End, we consolidated everything, and now everything is here. Everything is here. And this is our space. But this is what I wanted to show you guys. So we have $10 a square foot. So look, it's $10 times 3,200 square feet. You're looking at 32,000. Okay, but then you divide it by 12, and then you get your price, your base rent price. It does not include HST. So 26,660, and you're like, oh, that's pretty good. But now you have to include your operating costs. So 6.4 a square foot. Let me get this off. 6.4 square foot times 3,200 square feet. You see? Now, just to operate, it's 16, right? So, as the landlord, it's great. I mean, the tenants take care of all expenses, all operating expenses, and so all the landlord needs to see is the profit. And so we're looking at pretty much, if you add both, 16.4 times 3,200 square feet, 51,000 a year divided by 12, 42.77 plus 13% HST. Whoops, what did we say? 1604 times 3,200. 1604 times 3200. Boom. Boom. 4833 total HST. It doesn't include your hydro. It doesn't include your gas and the fix up. Because you're gonna need. If you looked at that space, it's really not doesn't work for us. Like we're gonna need fit up. So fit up is any other extra expense that the business is going to need to invest into the property in order to make it suitable for their needs. And so for our needs, we're going to have probably another 20 G's there of fit up, maybe even more, maybe even $100,000, maybe $100,000 would be too much for us. But if we can get away with 30, 40, just knocking down the walls, yeah. But it just doesn't work with it. And then 3 parking spots. I love the location. It's a perfect location, but you know what? It just doesn't work for us. It just doesn't work for us. Look where you are. You're right. Hindenburg, Chinatown. Like you got everything. So it just doesn't work for us. So it's not easy. Don't just settle on one location. Sometimes you want to make sure you connect with the right agent, commercial agent that can show you multiple different locations, and they're always on the hunt when something comes on the market. Fortunately for us, we're already at the end of our lease, so we're just going month to month now, and we'll look for a really good location. Stay tuned. We'll share it with you when we find it. All right, guys? See you next time.